AP Cram, the AP Human Geography exam. For your response, question 29, industrial location, automobile industry. Industrial location models are used to explain geographic patterns of economic activity. The maps show automobile factories built before 1986 and after 1986. Okay, so just take a moment, about 30 seconds, to briefly peruse and visually scan these maps with your eyes. Note the titles: automobile factories built in the United States before 1986, automobile factories built in the United States between 1986 and 2006. And note what the legend is telling you about each factory that's located on the map. 5,000 employees foreign owned. This is 5,000 employees United States owned. So they're domestic and internationally owned factories that are depicted here. Okay. All right. Factory construction shown by the maps. Okay, so do a visual scan of each map and see how they're different prior to 1986 and then after 1986 or between 1986 and 2006, okay? I'll give you a moment to scan or press pause if you need to. Well, one change is in the area of domestic buildup. I'll give you a moment to formulate an answer and write it out. Press pause if you need to. Before 1986, there wasn't as much, but then after 1986, there was an increase in the number and investment of in automobile plants in the southeast part of the United States, this region. Okay, so that's a pretty obvious change. Change has to do with domestic expansion. An increase in the number or investment of automobile plants built away from the traditional core of American manufacturing, which was centered around the Rust Belt region. And just to illustrate, the Rust Belt region is around here. So you see after 1986, there's been an expansion away from that region. Okay. Another obvious change has to do with foreign investment, although these flashcards are about, domestic changes. So what about foreign investment cites a change in domestic buildup? I'll give you a moment to formulate an answer. I might be confusing you. Press pause if you need to. Well, there's been a decrease in the number of American-owned automobile plants. So where the American-owned automobile plants are denoted in gray, prior to 1986, we see several. Okay, here. They're ubiquitous in the Rust Belt region, but when we go between 1986 and 2006, there's far less. There's more foreign-owned factories, or the amount, they're about the same. You can count if you'd like, but I don't think that's necessary. Okay. The fourth that we're going to cite here in these cards has to do with a shift in buildup. I'll give you a moment to think about what I'm trying to ask or mention. So formulate your answer and then write it down. Press pause if you need to. Or if I'm confusing you, just hold on. All right, so there's been a decrease in the number or investment in automobile plants west of the Mississippi River. The Mississippi River kind of starts like, I'll do my best to draw it, somewhere over here and kind of trails on down like this. So prior to 86, there, we saw some over here, then one big firm in California, an international firm. But after this, we kind of don't see, after 1986, we don't see that anymore. We only see one small firm in Texas. Okay.